everyone, I'm John Fensel, and we're back here in section 53 of Arlington National Cemetery to continue our discussion about Captain Frank Lillyman. Frank went on to survive World War II and in true Lillyman fashion devised a headline-worthy homecoming. When not in combat, he had killed time scribbling letters and sketching and fantasizing about a dream vacation that would take him and his wife and his young daughter Susan off to New York City. After Lillyman returned to Schenectady in the fall of 1945, he had a few drinks one night and wrote a letter to the Hotel Pennsylvania in New York City after reading an advertisement promising special treatment for guests who were veterans. "I'd like a suite that will face east," jotted Lillyman, "and English-made tea that will be served to me in bed. For breakfast, a fried egg with yolk pink and white firm, coffee brewed in the room so I can smell it cooking. No military title, Mr. will be music to my ears." Lillyman also wanted a gray-haired, motherly maid to look after his daughter while he ate lobster a la Newburgh and filet mignon. "Can you do it?" he challenged, offering the hotel $500 for his stay. Well, they sure could. The manager invited the Lillymans to stay for the week of Thanksgiving and would not accept a red cent. He was told to bring his wife and daughter. A few weeks later, in November 1945, a concierge greeted Lillyman and his wife and Susan, who was then 4 years old, and assured them that everything was all set. So a hero of D-Day was given the hotel's most glamorous suite, equipped with a piano, a telephone for outgoing calls, and a buffet full of liquor. As for Frank Lillyman, he turned up wearing his 12 wartime decorations, including the Distinguished Service Cross, and he was soon enjoying a 5-room suite, complete with a sideboard full of booze and a sunken bathtub to boot. Bouquets of flowers were delivered each morning, and little Susan received a new toy from Macy's every day. He was even photographed by the press lying in bed with a cooked breakfast, featured by Life magazine as the D-Day combat veteran who asked for and received the perfect homecoming. Here's one of the photos that I just found. Upstate New York had a new war hero, and newspapers in Binghamton and Syracuse were all about Frank Lillyman. Syracuse got in such a tither, his wife Jane remembered in 1994 when she was interviewed by the Post-Standard for the 50th anniversary of D-Day. Newspaper reporters and visitors flocked to her Schenectady's home at 2 Jordan Street. "I was a very important person," she said with a laugh. Lillyman would stay in the Army, retiring in 1968 as a lieutenant colonel. He held a variety of assignments at Fort Bragg and at Fort Benning, Georgia. He died of a stroke in 1971 at Walter Reed Hospital at the age of 55, and he was remembered in a New York Times obituary as a dreamer who had been much honored as the first American paratrooper to drop behind German lines during the Normandy invasion in World War II. Survivors at the time included his wife, Jane, and their 2 daughters, Jean and Susan. He's buried right here at Arlington National Cemetery in Section 53. Let's go visit his gravesite. Frank Louis Lillyman, Lieutenant Colonel, Infantry, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, born April 29th, 1915, died March 6th, 1971, and you can see the mistake there. It says DFC. It should say DSC for Distinguished Service Cross. Legion of Merit, Bronze Star Medal with an oak leaf cluster, and Purple Heart with 2 oak leaf clusters. And then on the back, his wife Jane, born April 29th, 1916, and died June 1st, 2004.
At a New York hotel, a GI dream comes true. Captain Frank Lillyman of Skaneateles, New York, checks in with his wife and 4-year-old daughter. The veteran paratrooper, first Yank to land in France, is seeing a unique wish fulfilled. In his foxhole at Bastogne last Christmas, the soldier jotted down all the good things he wanted when and if he ever got to the big city. In a letter to the hotel manager, he said,
"When I arrive home, I desire to stay at your hotel for 7 days. I want my breakfast served in bed, a triple threat banana split, herring and dill pickles on the side. I'd like a record player and such records as you suggest. Each morning, a new doll for Susan, whom I haven't seen in 3 years. For my wife, fruit and flowers every day. Jane loves talisman roses. And say, please call me Mr.
That's Frank S. Lillyman, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Fenzel, and I thought you'd like to know. He was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross for his actions on D-Day while serving as a Pathfinder commander. And as you can see, if you look closely, there's a rather big mistake on Frank's headstone because it lists a Distinguished Flying Cross, which is significantly less on the hierarchy of awards than what he earned, which was a Distinguished Service Cross. We're going to fix that, and we'll show you as we proceed down that path with the Veterans Administration.